you. I'm coming for a refund. I want my money back. Y'all are thieves and you're a liar. Hey guys, and welcome back to Tomi's World. You already know it's your girl Tomi, and I am back with another video. Subscribe. So as you can see from the title of this video, I am here to give you guys the tea. Oh, it's a little hot. About how my car company out here in Japan tried to scam me when I was buying my car. At this point, I'm not even sure if they were trying to scam me or if the scam literally went through, because I'm feeling like I did get scammed, and I don't even know, like, did I or did I not get scammed? But anyway, this was supposed to be a happy story. I was supposed to come on here, give you guys all the tips and tricks on how to buy a car in Japan, because we all know that Japanese people are like some of the most honest people in the world, or so you would think. So I was thinking, okay, this is gonna be a really nice video. However, nothing went to plan, right? So I have been putting this off for so long because I was an emotional wreck. I still am. Like, this car is still like stressing me out. Don't get me wrong, I love sexy Sherry, but there are so many things that was just messed up about this whole buying a car process. And this is what I'm here to tell you guys right now, how my car company tried to scam me, or maybe they did scam me when I was buying my car. Before we get into it, please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment, because every single interaction that you make with this video will definitely help our little channel to grow. Thank you guys so much in advance. Okay, now into the story. So this story started back in about February when I decided that I was going to go to driving school with my girl Charlotte, right? You guys already saw the driving school video, so y'all already know what's up with that part. So we decided that we were gonna go to driving school, and I was just super excited about it because even though I drove for a bit in Jamaica, I didn't own my own car and I wasn't really like driving a lot. I mean, I got my driver's license like 3 months before I came to Japan, and then it got stolen, so I didn't really get a chance to drive, you know what I mean? Anywho, once I decided that I was going to go to driving school, I decided immediately that I wanted a car. My bank account could probably afford to buy a car, but not 2 cars, you know what I mean? So I was like, I'm ready to risk it all. I just want to live my best life. I'm still working, so I'll save towards it, you know? I kind of live by the whole YOLO mantra. It's not the best way to live your life, but it's definitely one of the funnest. Is that a word? Anyway, I was going and like looking around various car stores to just see if anything piqued my interest, because I was gonna go to driving school March 31st to the 12th or something like that. So I just wanted to see what was out there, so once I came back from driving school, I could get my car. So there was this car company that was really close to my school, and I'm like, you know, I should probably check it out. I went down there and I walked around. I didn't really like the vibe. I think that was the first sign that I probably shouldn't have gone to that company, because they were really treating me really nonchalant, like, oh, she doesn't have any money, she's just here to look around. Oh my god, they pretty womaned me. And I'm like, can I get some assistance? So I wasn't really taking it as much because Japanese people sometimes tend to like not want to deal with foreigners, but not like in a really bad way. It's more like they're afraid to speak English, so they kind of just overlook you, which ends up being a really bad thing, but it's mainly because they're a little bit scared. Why am I making excuses? It's rude, but that's how the foreigners here justify it. So I went to the car company about 2 to 3 times, and I was just looking around. They really gave me a little tour. There was this English speaker guy, and he helped me to see around. So I found a few cars, and the car prices weren't that bad. They were basically in my budget, so I'm like, okay, yes. So I wanted to make sure that the whole thing was like really legitimate. So I asked my teachers, and I was like, I'm thinking about buying a car. What do you think about this company? And one of my teachers said that's where she bought her car. She never had any problems with them, any issues or anything. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go again and check it out. So every evening after leaving work, I would go down there and just walk around, check out the cars and stuff, see if I would like anything. So this one day I ended up going down there after work, and the guy asked me like what was my price range. We were talking more seriously now, so I told him I was looking for something within like the 500,000 price range, or 5,000 US dollars, because I wasn't trying to buy a brand new car because I don't know how long I'm gonna be in Japan. Also, I can't afford it. You know what I mean? So he told me that they just got a car and it was under 500,000, and I think it was like 480, and I'm like, wow, that is even better. It's less than my budget and I want to see it. So I go to look at the car and it's sexy Sherry. So I'm like, whoa, this could be my new bae. I see ourselves vibing. So I was on the phone with my dad at the time, and I took him around the car. I showed him all the stuff that he needed to see, because you need a boy to kind of do the whole stuff, because I'm just looking at the car like, oh, sexy red thing, hey, come here. My dad now, he's the one who's gonna be like,
check the engine, look how many miles it has, what year is the car,
and stuff like that. I don't know those things. I'm just here to like get a sweet ride. So I decided that I like the car. My dad said everything seemed fine with the car, so we decided that I was going to buy the car. This was on March 4th. They told me that in order for them to store the car, I would have to make the first down payment that week. March 4, mind you, was a Thursday. So in order to make the payment that week, I would have to make the payment that day or the other day. So I told them that I would come back on Friday to make the first payment, because I wanted to like give myself time to sit in my decision and make sure that this was something I wanted to do. Mind you, I don't have a driver's license yet, so it's not like I could drive the car out, so I had time, you know. I was just chilling, taking my time to make this decision. So on March 5th, I decided that yes, I was going to buy the car. The down payment was more than half. It was like half plus 5. So 1.5, is that? I don't even know. What is half? Half is 50%, yeah. So it was like me trying to do math. That's never a good thing. I'm trying to laugh through all of this because at the time I cried enough, and I'm done crying, okay? So anyway, on March 5th, I went to make the down payment for the car, and it was like 75% of what the car was actually worth. So I had to pay like 330,000 yen in order to secure the car. And they wanted me to finish paying off the entire car that same month, but they told me that they would keep it in storage for me. So I'm like, well, I can't do that. They literally told me that there were no payment plans. If I wanted the car, I could pay like in 2 parts, but it had to be in the same month. So I'm like, well, I'm going to driving school. I can't drive the car, so can I pay for it in April? So this was March 5th, right? And I told them I was gonna pay for it on payday, which is April 21st. Okay, so that's over a month later. They said it was fine, so I was still owing like 150,000 yen. So I went to driving school, and I came back from driving school like the 12th. So I still had a couple days to wait it out and get ready to like pay for this car and get ready for the car to come to my house, because in Japan, once you get a car, you have to pay extra rent because your rent doesn't cover a parking spot. So my rent increased by 6,000 yen to get this car, because you have to pay 6,000 yen for my parking space. Anyway, after all of this went down, I'm just super happy to get my car. My bank account was not happy with me, but my heart was happy with me, and that's all that mattered, okay? So now to the drama. This is where it all starts. I was supposed to pick up my car on the 21st. So the day before, on April 20, I called the company and I was like, can I talk to my agent? Because he's the only English speaking agent at the car company, or that's what they told me, okay? They said that he wasn't at work that day and no one else spoke English, so I would have to come the other day. So I'm like, it's fine. I just wanted to confirm to make sure I didn't need to take any documents. I'm being my best adult self. Do I need to take anything, or do I just need to pop up with the money? So he wasn't there, and that was that. The next day, I called him in the morning on April 21st, and I'm like,
hey, I'm coming to pick up the car later. Is there anything I need to take with me? Just the money?
He's like,
yeah, just the money.
so I'm like, okay, cool. So I told him that I wanted to come and pick up the car at around 2 or maybe 12 in my lunchtime, then I would take it home, and if I needed to take some NQ time, I could. But I didn't want to pick up the car late in the evening because I was really nervous about driving home, because it would be my first time driving without somebody else in the car, like my driving instructor. It would just be me, and I didn't want to like maximize me meeting in an accident or anything like that, God forbid. So I didn't want to go when school was over and my kids were out and everything. I just wanted to go at a really nice time when the roads would probably have a little bit of lunch rush, but nothing too serious, you know? So he's like,
yeah, sure, but could you come a little bit later, like 3 or 4?
I'm like, I literally just said I can't come at 4 because school ends at 4, but okay, I'm gonna relax, I'll come at 3. He's like, that's fine. That day I had like 2 classes in the afternoon, so I was at my classes, and the plan was once my classes ended, I'm gonna go pick up the car and take it home. My phone is going off in class, like buzzing, and I had my Apple Watch on, so it's buzzing and kind of distracting me. I had the phone in the classroom because we were playing music that day, because for my introduction lessons I always make the kids dance to Jamaican music. It's just something that I do. We be goofy together, so they know that you goofy, we just having fun in English class, okay? Anyway, when I came from class, I didn't recognize the number, so I called like twice and no one answered, but I figured it must be him. So I messaged him and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna come pick up the car later. I was calling you, but I didn't get you, so if I don't get you, then I'll just see you at the car place because I'm coming at 3. He called me again and I picked it up and I'm like, hey, what's up? What's going on? So he was like, would you mind coming to pick up the car on Monday? Now the 21st of April, mind you, was a Wednesday, and he's telling me that I should come pick up the car on Monday. So I'm like, please explain. You need to say more words because I'm a first-time car owner. I'm so excited to get my car. I've been looking to this day, checking off days since March 5th, right? And then all of a sudden you're gonna tell me, hey, you can't come and get the car today. You need to wait 5 more days because it was Wednesday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. 5 more days. Please explain. So he was like, unfortunately, I was in an accident. So I started feeling so bad. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Was it serious? He's like, actually, I'm not okay. I'm like, oh my God, this is so bad. Okay, fine, I'll come pick up the car on Monday. That's fine with me, no problem. I hope you get well soon. But then I start thinking, why did him meeting in an accident means that I can't get my car? It's a huge ass car company. They have like a lot of franchises all throughout Japan. So they have over like 20 employees. I know no one else speaks English, but you told me all I needed to do was pay the money. So I called my dad and I was like, this sounds fishy. Do you think they crashed my car? Do you think they were like driving it out and crashed my car? Because it's my car now, you know what I mean? It's my car. So my dad was like, yeah, it kind of does sound fishy. So I'm like, I'm gonna go down there because remember that it's really close to my school. It was like a 10-minute walk. So I'm like, I'm gonna go down there and check for myself. And the other thing that I was thinking was probably if he didn't complete the sale, then he wouldn't get the commission. And I'm like, if that's the case, I will just wait. I have no problem. But if that's not the case and they crash the car, then I don't want the car anymore because now it's a crashed car. So anyway, this is where it picks up. I go to my supervisor and I explain the situation and he was like, well, that does sound a little bit fishy. And I told him that I wanted to go down there, but I wanted someone to come with me who spoke Japanese because the guy who deals with me is the only English speaker based on what they told me. My teacher said it's fine. He will go with me to the car place and we can sort everything out. But first, the Japanese way is to be polite about it, so you call first. So he goes to call and he's on the phone with the car company for, I kid you not, 30 minutes. And they're like, sumimasen, 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 gomenasai, sumimasen. And I'm like, why are they apologizing? Why is he apologizing? Why is everyone apologizing? What is happening? By this time, I'm getting mad. And when I say I'm getting mad, I'm like really, really pissed off. And the thing about me, I don't get mad. I'm the happy friend. I'm always happy, I'm always laughing. So when I get mad, that means you have crossed all the barriers of happiness in my body. And once you get to that point, there's no going back, baby. So I'm like, Sensei, what's happening? He gets off the phone, he tells me the guys didn't meet in a car accident. There was no car accident. I'm like, wait, hold up. What do you mean? Who lies about being in a car accident? Seriously? So I'm like, nah, I am going down there now. Why did he have to lie? So my teacher is telling me that the reason is because they didn't want me to come and pick up the car that day because I requested that the car have new tires. I'm telling you, this is a second-hand car. So when I saw the car, the tires were literally rags, okay? So why would you give me the car in that condition? And that was March 5 to April 5 is a month. And then it was April 21, which is like a month and 3 more weeks. You take a month and 3 weeks to find 4 tires for a Honda Fit. And that's like a car that was made in Japan. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't really know because I don't know about these cars, but yo, I was pissed off. I'm like, Sensei, you stay here. I am going down there. Because who lies about meeting in an accident? Like, if he had told me that, listen, the car wasn't ready, I would be mad, right? I'm like, it's a month and 3 weeks, it should be ready by now, but okay. Probably you made some sort of mistake, it's not ready, cool. Nothing too serious, people make mistakes, I understand that. But to lie about being in an accident, yo, I was done. So of course I did the only logical thing. I went down there and I was mad. I don't think I've ever been so angry. I was literally seeing red. My dad is on the phone and he's trying to calm me down and I'm trying to calm down, but I couldn't because I'm like, yo, what have I gotten myself into? Are you serious? Are you serious? When I'm going down there, he calls me. He's like,
I'm gonna make it to the store in 30 minutes. Can you wait? I'm like,
I don't have time to wait. You told me I should come at 3. By the way, what are you doing at the store? You're supposed to be at the hospital. Were you in a car accident? And I hang up because I'm like, don't call me now. The time for you to call me has passed. And when you did call, you lied. So we're not doing this calling me thing. No. Anyway, I'm still going down to the car place because it's like a 10-minute walk, right? I'm getting time to like breeze off, but I'm still mad. 2 minutes away from the car place, he calls me again. He's like,
I'm 5 minutes away. I'm 5 minutes away. Can you wait?
I'm like, stop calling me. I'm not there to deal with you. I'm coming for a refund. I want my money back. You're a thief and you're a liar. And I hang my phone up again and I'm going down to the car place. I get to the car place. Magically, an English-speaking lady appears out of nowhere. Perfect English, better than the guy who dealt with me, and she's also a car dealer and she's never been there before. I went in and I'm like, I'm here to get a refund and I don't have the time today because I thought I was gonna be getting a car today, but since I'm not gonna get a car, the train is gonna leave in 20 minutes and I need to be on that train because if I don't have a car, I'm gonna have to drive the train home. So she's like, unfortunately, we don't really know the dealings of your business with Jason, so we have to wait until he comes in and then he can handle everything. And I'm like, did you not just hear me say the train is gonna leave? Ma'am, run me my money so I can go. So anyway, she's like, okay, give me some time and I'm gonna go pull up your file. I'm like, okay, cool, you do that. Anyway, she goes around the back and she's just twiddling her thumb, I guess, because I knew they were just waiting for Jason to come. So he pulls into the car park really fast, tires screeching, shuts off the car, jumps out, and he's like, I'm so sorry, and he's touching me. I'm like, don't touch me. Don't come in here patting me and trying to get me to behave like I'm behaving irrationally when this is something that you did. You understand? Don't come in here patting me like I'm some sort of idiot. Don't do that. So anyway, he tells me that they can give me a discount so I don't have to pay any more of the money that I owed for the car. I can just come and pick up the car if I can just wait until Monday because it's his bad. It was just supposed to be 4 tires. I'm like, I don't want anything from you. You're a liar who lies about being in an accident. And he's just there like, no emotion. I swear to you, there's no emotion. He's just like, yeah, I'm sorry. I wasn't supposed to do that, but you can get a discount. So I go off and I'm talking to my dad and I'm like, what do you think about this? And he's like, well, you need to calm down. You can't take dads to a mom's fight, but I don't have any moms. You understand me? So there was no one to like tell me the right way. So I start calming down and I'm like, okay, fine. I'll take the discount and I'm giving you this last try. If I come here on Monday and my car is not here, just run me my money. Purred. So now, instead of the 21st, we're not gonna get the car until the 26th. Okay. I have to like show you how I was taking all of this while I was at the car place. Like, you guys have to get the footage from me on the day to know how really like mad I was. I was so angry that I started crying. Just watch the footage for yourself. Don't judge me. Literally want me to miss the train. Don't want them camera going away. I'm not trust them. If somebody can't lie about them in our accident, imagine what them can do. Oh my god. Anyway, on April 26th, I finally got to go and pick up the car. I'm gonna go pick up my car. I'm gonna go pick up my car. I can't believe it. Yeah. And I really just believe, like, now in retrospect, I probably shouldn't have taken the car, because I just feel like all of that bad energy is just causing a lot more bad energy. And the funny thing is that discount that he ended up giving me, I feel like it's not a real discount because I'm still paying them money. Like, recently he called me again and he's like, well, you have to pay road tax for another 30,000 yen. So now I'm paying road tax and I'm paying all these monies that I swore he said was already covered. But now that I got the discount, every now and again he calls me and reminds me of something else that I have to pay for. To be honest, one of the reasons that I was really mad too, my teacher was like, if this had happened to a Japanese person, the managers would have came out and apologized. Everybody would be apologizing to you. No one said nothing. Only this guy kinda apologized and gave me a discount. They were all looking at me like I was this crazy gaijin who was making a fuss over nothing. And you guys, tell me in the comments, like, if I'm wrong, tell me if I was overreacting and tell me if you would have reacted differently. If I'm wrong, I want to know, okay? Please do tell me. Anyway, guys, that is the story time of how I got scammed by my Japanese car dealership. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys. Mwah.